Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Hearing a song in which the pangs of separation from Krishna was mentioned, Sri Ramakrishna goes into samadhi, deep samadhi, and after a long time he comes down to the normal state of consciousness, starts muttering something within himself. I and you with Divine Mother, or with Krishna. The whole thing, as if I am you, you are me. Something like that. Identity and separation, experiencing together. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presents a philosophy. The philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just like Shankaracharya's Advaita, it is achintya bheda bheda. There is bheda and abheda. Achintya, how there is difference and non-difference together, it cannot be explained. Achintya bheda bheda. Between me and God, according to Dvaita, no, we are eternally separate. According to Advaita, no, there is one reality. There is never two. Vishishta Advaita, they take up the Amsha Bhava. One is Purna, other is its Amsha. Like leaf in a tree or a branch of a tree. There is, here Thakur is expressing a state where he is experiencing oneness and separation together. So it is something like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's achintya bheda bheda. There is bheda and abheda, both are being experienced together, like two states of existence. We are passing through waking, dreaming and deep sleep, Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. Suppose you are in the threshold of the waking and dreaming, how it would be? You can experience the two almost. That is called Tandra. He is half asleep and half awake. He is experiencing the waking state and dreaming state as if a little that side, this one disappears. A little this side, that one disappears. Like that. In that, it is something like a confusing state. That's what we saw he is expressing in the Thou art I and I am thou. Thou eatest, thou I eat. Thou, which is I, eat. What is this confusion thou have created, Mother? Now, this he enters into the samadhi with the awareness of Krishna. Being separated from Krishna, he enters into the... And now he is experiencing that state. Continuing, the Master said, I see everything like a man with jaundiced eyes. I see thee alone everywhere. He is talking to Krishna still in half samadhi. See, when we are asleep also, in sleep also many people have the habit of speaking. When the whole of mind, when we sleep, mind dissolves. I cross over one by one layer. I will leave the physical body, the psychic body, mind, then intellectual body, the feeling heart, and enter the deep sleep. One by one layer I am passing through. Now, crossing one layer, how the experience, how it would be experienced. Something, if you are on the threshold, how it will be, you will be experiencing. Samadhi also, a state. Like a jaundiced eyes, he is seeing Krishna as if. Continue the master, I see everything like a man with jaundiced eyes. I see thee alone everywhere. O Krishna, friend of the lowly, eternal consort of my soul, O Govinda. In what state of awareness he goes, he experiences that. With that awareness, he is entering into a samadhi sthiti, where he is unaware of the external world. Whole thing is, he is turned to the inner world, he is awake to the inner world, and is seeing the form of God there. As he uttered the words, eternal consort of my soul, this awareness, now he is able to utter something, means he has come down a few steps from the samadhi sthiti. He was totally absorbed, and he is coming down, but he is not even aware yet fully of the waking state, into which it is called vyutthana sthiti. He is coming from samadhi sthiti to vyutthana sthiti. He is not aware of the external world. He is still talking to God, but he has slided down from the samadhi sthiti already. But he is not yet awake to the waking state. He is. Now, when people sleep, the whole mind gets dissolved. Does the whole of mind go away? No. About 94, 96, 98% will dissolve. Now, to have a awareness, small awareness clinging out, projecting out, with which he comes back to the waking state. If all the mind dissolves, nothing is left, then there is no link to the external bodily existence. Then he will be in coma state, never to return again. If all the mind is dissolved. Then what is the link? If some mind must be linking there to the waking state. Consciousness alone cannot project to the thing. If consciousness, when your mind is dissolved, if you can project, 100% of mind is dissolved, and if you can still project your consciousness to the body level, then it can pass to the other's body also. It can extend to the stone and this one, everything, it will become alive. It cannot. There must be something linking us. Small amount of little mind also is there, just to protect. When a mosquito, without knowledge, he will kill the mosquito sitting on his body, in sleep also. So that much of awareness, that much of mind is left outside. Now, 98% deep sleep is there. Suppose from that side, if 8% of mind is awake and 92% of the mind is dissolved, 8% of the mind is awake, then he will be doing sleepwalking. He doesn't know he is walking in the sleep. Nobody touches him at that time. He will walk here, there, do something and silently go and sleep. So he will not know he has got up and done something and come away. Like that, they will be doing. Now suppose 6% is left. 94% is dissolved. Then he will be in sleep, he will be talking something. बड़बड़ता रहता है नींद में. He is able to talk. That much of mind is outside. 6% of mind. Suppose it goes from 6% of 4% of mind, he is silently sleeping. Silently, but not very deep sleep. Suppose 2% is left outside, 98% is dissolved, then he is in deep sleep. The less amount of mind is outside, he is deeper and deeper sleep. Very difficult to wake up. Even if 0.1, 0.2% of the mind is also there, he looks like having gone into coma. But if you do squeezing, this, that, pinching and pricking and all, he might come back. With that small, this one, he experiences the pain and comes out. If nothing is there. Now, to be able to talk in sleep, around 6% of mind must be there. It's 4 to 6% of mind. So this we see in Samadhi Sthiti also. From Samadhi, after coming down, he is speaking in sleep. But we can hear. He is walking in sleep. Walking. He doesn't know. 8% of mind is outside. Like that, Thakur is speaking, coming down from the Samadhi, is speaking, but he is not aware. He is not in waking state. He is still in Samadhi. He is talking. But he has come down very close to the waking state. He is participating as if in waking state. We are able to hear his talking. Audible sound is creating. So, and again, second time, again he tells something and again gets merged back into it. Uttered the words, eternal concert of my life, O Govinda. The master again went into Samadhi. Telling a few words, he entered into Samadhi again. This scene, we will not, none of us, I think in our lifetime, will be able to witness such a state of ecstasy where a person has forgotten the external world and bodily existence. Even in meditations, hundreds of people sitting also, great people sitting also, I doubt we will be any time able to see a person in Samadhi. Maximum to the Dhyanavastha, a person might go, but entering into Samadhi. Here you can see Sri Ramakrishna entering Bhava Samadhi, deep Samadhis, in sitting position sometimes. Master went into Samadhi, there was complete silence in the room. The eager and unsatiated eyes of the devotees were fixed on the Master, a God-man of infinite moods. Now, how the author is writing, you see, he is witnessing himself sitting and recording is going on in his mind. He had unique capacity to just remember the whole scene as it is and put it in pen again to write down. So that capacity, it is a divine grace and that is the purpose for which he has come and he is fulfilling that. I have seen among the monks, so many monks just listening to a lecture and repeating as it is the whole thing in the same context, in the same logical way, with the same wordings. We can see when they translate into so many Swamis I saw. Just will be sitting and listening. Then same time almost they take, but repeat verbatim without missing a single idea and the logic. Suppose one person talks for 1 hour, to translate it into without any recording, to listen and to repeat the whole thing in the same order, very difficult. So that ordinary people, through their own sadhana, elevation, the mind is able to catch, you see. What about the avatars who brought these people, Sahacharas, Leela Sahacharas. They will have that unique capacity to reproduce the whole thing. Then here he is writing, the eager and unsaturated eyes. And the eyes will never get enough, exhausted. I saw this time when we were in USA, how the people loved us and taken us. Total acceptance just because we are representing Thakur Mother Swamiji. Their life, their greatness, their sacrifice, their ecstatic love of God, their purity, all that they see in us and try to experience that in us, in and through. Wherever we are there, Ramakrishnaites, we must be able to radiate this peace, this purity, this divinity through our this jnana, this bhakti, all that we must be able to radiate. Our life must, whatever you think of, that you become. Whatever you imbibe, that alone is what is reflected. Thakur is to say, whatever you eat, same thing, you'll be belching out. So that what comes out is what is put inside. So go on filling Sri Ramakrishna's all these things, great qualities, and wherever you go, you'll see that just like that they will not be, means they don't want to part, they cannot part from us like. Be there with us forever, like that kind of heart and welcome, and clinging to that. So that just because of the life who have read of Sri Ramakrishna, life of Holy Mother Swamiji, a few teachings of them has made them to dwell in such a place, such an awareness, that they expect somewhere to see it again in their life. Eager, unsaturated eyes. Their eyes are never satisfied. Any amount you see, it is not satisfied. Eyes of the devotees were fixed on the Master, a God man of infinite moods. Every moment his moods are changing. Every moment his jnana, bhakti is changing. New ways of presentation of the things. Arthur Sen arrived with several of his friends. He was a deputy magistrate, about 30 years old. This was his second visit to the Master. He was accompanied by his friend Sharada Charan, who was extremely unhappy because of the death of his eldest son, a retired deputy inspector of schools. Sharada Charan devoted himself to meditation and prayer. Adhar had brought his friend to the Master for consolation in his afflicted state of mind. Adhar Sen has brought a friend. Arrived with several of his friends. He was deputy magistrate, 30 years old. This was his second visit. He was accompanied by his friend Sharada Charan, who was extremely unhappy. Now you see, once I have some disease and somebody cures my disease, I am confident when I see my another friend having the same or similar problem, then I will tell, I had gone there, I have been with them. And they made me to get rid of so many things of my problems of my life. You also come. So, two friends, the intimately friendship, like family friends, they might be going and coming. And when something happens, calamities we have to face, bereavements we have to face, ill luck, unfortunate happenings, all this, when it happens, the house people are also affected by it and become helpless to help us. Relatives, most of them will be busy or pretend to be busy, or they might avoid, or some may try to help in some way. But who will take the responsibility or some concern, feel concern for that person and participate? If monetary help is needed, many may be able to give. If something happens, all that can be satisfied. But to take a little responsibility and say with the authority and direct, see, this is truth, I have seen, you go there, your problem will be solved. Like that, here, one who is experienced and passing through, he has passed through those stages. Each time he saw, he has been saved from that such a great calamities, and he is able to bear all such sufferings. So here we see he is bringing a friend. Any doctor I know of a particular problem who can cure, he brings other people also to him. Oh, there is a doctor who has helped me in such and such a way. So he has brought these people. Coming down from Samadhi, when these people came, Maharaj Swami Thakur is still there in the same state, down Samadhi. Master found the eyes of the devotees fixed on him. He muttered to himself, still in an abstracted mood. Then addressing the devotees, Sri Ramakrishna said, the spiritual wisdom of worldly people is seen only on rare occasions. The spiritual wisdom of worldly people is seen only on rare occasions. It is like flame of a candle. No, it is rather like a single ray of sun passing through a chink in a wall. Worldly people chant the name of God, but there is no zeal behind it. It is like children swearing by God, having learnt the word from the quarrels of their aunts. He is comparing, means how because we are all to some extent or other, we are involved in the world. We have spent many lives and come to this present life. The old tendencies and samskaras persist. In this life, I may be free from worldliness and worldly desires. But we do not know what are the samskaras still there in me that is trying to take me into the world towards the worldly enjoyments. So here we see lot of things always happen. These things are associated with our life also. We are all samsaris to some extent, maybe greatly free, but some amount of those things. Others should not harm me, others should not insult me. All this will slowly go away. My demands, my expectations, how I cultivate, where from that comes. Others should not insult me, others should not harm me through words, harsh words, this, that and all. It's after all a matter of words, he is uttering some words. But how I take it, if he has beaten me on the body, it remains at the Annamaya Kosha only, body. If he scolds or uses bad words, it will enter into the heart. How many layers it crosses and goes, you see. Beating will not go so deep, but a word will goes. So those I am facing a war every day. I am facing defeat every day in my life. So many times I am undergoing. The same state. He has lost his son, and same thing. I lost मेरे इज्जत खो लिया. He has humiliated me. I lost something. I lost social status. One person telling something, he is worried. The fear of my making error. There is another fear of others slighting me down. So all these, we are facing the war and war field every moment. So here we see that we are all to some extent, we need this information, we need these instructions. They are directly related to our inner spiritual world. It must not be like a flash of light coming and going. It must be sustained light within of renunciation, of divine love. But there is no zeal behind it. It is like children swearing by God, having learned the word from the chorus of aunts. Worldly people have no grit. If they succeed in any undertaking, it's all right. But if they don't succeed, it scarcely bothers them at all. When they need water, they begin to dig a well. But as soon as they strike a stone, they give up digging and begin another place. Perhaps they come to a sand bed. Finding nothing but sand, they give up that place too. How can they succeed in getting water unless they continue to dig persistently where they have started? Niranjanam nityamanantarupam bhaktanukampa dritavigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha.